Professor Arun Nath BAJBAI is a professor of economics, renowned economist of this country and also known world over. He is PhD economics and he remained Vice Chancellor of our university for 6 years from 2011 to 2017. Prior to that, he also remained Vice Chancellor of Desh Pratap Singh Vishwavidyalaya, DR.MATHURESH, Mahatma Gandhi Chitkoot Gramune Vishwavidyalaya, Chitkoot. And prior to that, he also remained Chairman, Department of Economics at Rani Durgavati University, Jabalpur. He is also President of MP Economic Association. He also remained Director, University Institute of Management at Rani Durgavati University, Jabalpur. He has been the General Secretary of this University Vice Chancellor Parishad. He has been conferred with large number of prestigious awards. Apart from many other prestigious academic and other social awards, he also been conferred with Himachal Gaurav Samman. And he is, in fact, I call him the professor of the professors, as he has been in the committee of selecting vice chancellors of many universities. And he is a great poet also. He has written a large number of poetry, and some of them have been published while he was vice chancellor of Himachal Pradesh University. He is also known for his visionary thoughts, and it was the result of his visionary thoughts that Himachal Pradesh University got its school lead under his dynamic leadership. And there are so many things, and if I keep on telling all those things, I think even the time lecture that will fall short of it. And apart from this, he has a very sharp memory. I think none other vice chancellor would name all the employees of this university, because I've seen many vice chancellors during my student time, during my this teaching period. But I don't remember any other vice chancellor who could name and remember not only the teachers but also the non-teaching staff of the university and also the students. Sir, I welcome you again to this platform and this UGC HRDC Shimla platform. And now I hand over the stage to you. And dear colleagues, he will be interacting with the national and global trends of higher education. He is, in fact, the authority. I think he is amongst the only few person who have gone through all contents of the national education policy, which was enacted in 2020. Thank you, sir, and welcome again.
Thank you, Professor D.V. Sharma. There is a lot of fluctuation in the part today, Jabalpur. So there is some blittering you see in my video. But I think I am quite audible, all of you. Yogesh, Ruchi.
Yes, sir. Sir, you are audible, sir.
Thank you. So I am extremely thankful to Professor D.V. Sharma. He is very close to my soul. He was the one person who I confided and depended for almost everything when I was transacting my responsibilities as Vice Chancellor of Himachal Pradesh University. Yesterday he shared one of his old photograph in which myself, the earlier professor, and was brought up and we will see shown. And thank you, Devdatti, not only for giving me an opportunity to interact with all these participants and share my ideas with all of you. Also for speaking good words about you, because whatever you speak, not only about me but for anybody else, that means a lot. It's not merely lip service, it's not merely words. You speak from your heart. This UGC HRDC is being rated one of the best in all of India. When I was Vice Chancellor of Himachal Pradesh University, even after coming back from HBU, I met so many persons and deliver lectures also at different places. They too recommend the Himachal Pradesh University UGC HRDC for having the refresher courses in orientation programs. And actually, my nationwide fame, I owe a lot to this UGC HRDC of Himachal Pradesh University. You know that many participants come from different parts of India, and I think there have been none course in HRDC of Himachal Pradesh University where I haven't received any word either in the inaugural session or the validity or in between as a resource person. So they are carrying my message of lectures, and they keep on inviting me to different places. कहते हैं वो सब थे बाजवी सर को बुलाना भी अम्बाला से एक अनुराधा वशिष्ठ करके लेनी है तो कहते सब ने वही कोर्स अटेंड किया था इसलिए आपको बुलाना था. So thank you for everything. Now I think we should come to the main topic of today's morning. I was very happy when Yogesh and Ruchi were in interaction with each other. They were talking about the commitment of a teacher. If a teacher is committed, nobody can stop. Not only from teaching but also initiating and introducing new challenges, new innovations in the academic field. And nobody can stop him to transgress the boundaries of knowledge. He may belong to the faculty of chemistry or physics or economics or sociology, but suppose he wants to talk about his spirituality, Srimad Gita or yoga. Or we think that this Kisan bill has come, or this lockdown protocol of lockdown, or is a slowdown of his economy, any topic, he can introduce by teaching chemistry or physics or mathematics because he can connect knowledge with the society. So I'm very happy that our younger generation is also so committed, not only committed, but it's coming out openly to express or reveal their commitment in an open forum like this. So, the topic designed to me is about the global and national trends in higher education. I just try to dissect through this particular issue one by one. And there cannot be any chronological classification of time as such. But the recent generally comes within 10 years or 20 years. But we have to make certain departures so far as chronology is concerned. For India, I'd say 1947 should be the recent. That particular year of independence. And that's year of independence, not only independence of India, but so many countries in the third world who were under the colonial impact of the British. They too got independent within 5-10 years or plus minus. So that is one particular period, maybe one. Second reason, maybe when you see Dutch, French, and British came to India and made our country as a colony. And the recent past, you see, maybe when the Mughals invaded India. So there will be certainly benchmarks of history towards higher education is concerned. And similarly, globally, we take to see studies of education, which goes beyond even 200 centuries. You see, the Oxford and Cambridge universities were established in, I think, 15th, 54 around. And earlier also, pre-BC period also, the Europe had very good philosophers. Greek had good philosophers. We know the name of Socrates, Plato, Aristotle. There is great philosophers. And likewise, similarly in India also, we had Kautilya, we had Nalanda, Takshara, Udantika. So this per se, we would speak about the importance of education, not only on the Indian soil, but also on the global earth. People have recognized the importance of education in Togo, beginning from the schools and going up to the researches. The methodology may be different, the pedagogy may be different, subject matters may be different, but so far as the importance and relevance of education so far as development of personality is concerned, so far as knowledge generation is concerned, so far as connecting education vis-a-vis nature or Brahmanda, that has been established. And that education is to control the uncertainties, how to ascertain the uncertain future. That has been the basic purpose of education. So, with this, pre-note, I would just come point by point. Number one, the very purpose of higher education has changed. There was a time when education was required for the development of personality, for creating a value-based citizens of the country. That was required for character building. That was basically needed to. I'm just sorry that due to interruption in life, everything is going to be aware. So what I was mentioning that the very purpose of education has undergone sea change from individual development to society development to national development. Now, very myopic purpose of education is assigned. Education, not only for the sake of education, but education for economic development. There was a time when expenditure on education was treated as simple expenditure. But when SHRI came out with the concept of human capital, and many economics like Mark Bloch, he also put on economics of education. And R.M. Solo, Nobel laureate, Theodore Shoja's Nobel laureate, he came out with a functional role of education vis-a-vis economic development. And from expenditure, it was converted into investment. Now the whole world is talking about the investment in education. This recent national education policy has also reiterated its commitment so far as 6% investment, 6% of gross domestic product as an investment in total education. So this concept of human capital is dominating throughout. Sanskar, character building, or other things have taken a back seat. Now market is dominating the curriculum. Demand is dictating the type of structure and jobs and employment creation have been the main purpose of education not only in India but also outside. There was time when education is to go for some original creative writings and everything. That too has taken a backseat. Everything is determined by the placement activities. If any education, any degree is providing the placement, that is good. Otherwise, people say that what is the purpose of this education? So the purpose, which was the broader, holistic, bigger perspective for which education was created, and society by and large was funding education. That entire epicenter has shifted to individual, market-oriented, demand-oriented, job-oriented, campus-oriented education as such. So everything is being attuned towards that. Whether we see internationally, you see there's developed countries or developing countries without any restriction as such. So this is the first change which I have visualized. Then we see the second thing which I would like to share with all of you. There is a rat race for numbers, a rat race of quantity. Number is dominating. Quantity is dominating in quality. You see, there is a trade-off between quantity and quality. But it is not true for always. By reducing the number, you can improve the quality as well. The quality and quantity should go together. We want to have the quantum jump so far as the higher education institution is concerned without compromising quality. But certainly in India, what is happening, quality is diluted without any doubt. But in other countries, especially in Europe and America, they have maintained that the quality also along with this increase in numbers. So it is a number of institutions and colleges. Which is just see the number of universities and colleges in India during a post-independent period. There were less than 100 universities, very few universities, and few colleges, maybe in thousands. Nowadays, the number has increased to about 1,000 universities and about 50,000 colleges. There is a quantitative increase. Everywhere you find the number is dominating. Everybody is pursuing, competing for the number. It's country vis-a-vis country. If there is a comparison between two countries, generally my friends will accept that there is a comparison between India and China. China has got this many universities in India. This many some ratios are also being computed out of 1,000% one institution, 1,00,000% one institution. So those ratios or percentages are being computed for the analysis. But the number is at the center. So that is a number of institutions, maybe colleges, maybe universities. It will be number of students. You see, nowadays our universities and colleges have what number of students, about lakh students are there. We have 30 lakh students are there in different colleges and universities. And here lies the role of gross enrollment ratio. Gross enrollment ratios are directly connected with the number. Another national education policy has targeted to have 50% gross enrollment ratio in higher education by 2030. 100% gross enrollment ratio in school and 50% is GER. And there are two to compare India vis-a-vis developed and other developing countries nearby. GER for very small countries cannot be compared with GER of India. And GER of China cannot also be compared with India because China has a controlled economy, totally restricted economy. It's not a democratic one. India is a democratic economy. The two incomparables cannot be compared. Totally controlled, centralized country like China cannot be compared with a democratic country or with a more uncontrolled economy like that of India. But comparison is being made. So the gross enrollment ratio is also one of the change which we are just seeing. There was time when it was free will of the parents and somewhere free will of the students also, the kids also. If you want to go to school, they will go to school. If they don't want to go to the app, nanny, you see, sugarcane field and go to play instead of going to the school. There was a free will of this. They were just going, enjoying. And from the schools, and it was an AB line. AB line is a restricted line also there. Suppose the parent is having 3 or 4 children, and it was common field. And the number of child was treated as a respect of the family. There was a correlation between number of child and the honor of the family. More children is more prestigious, more respectful. Those norms have got another thing. So the parents will say, I've got 3 to 4 children with them. And their income does not permit them to send their boys and girls to the schools. And there was also a bias against the girls. So some will be sent to the schools or colleges this year, some next year. Or the choice of subjects would be would depend upon the subjects already taken. The logic was that those books will be used by the younger ones. So the number give has taken a prime seat so far as admission to universities and colleges is concerned. To send it the boys and girls to the college and university. Third is the increase number of teachers. Teachers, whether they are qualified or not qualified. Teachers, also there was a choice of an individual to become a teacher. There was a time when in University of Allahabad, the topper of the class was directly inducted in the teaching community. The head of the department used to take that boy, the vice chancellor said, hey, the topper. And I want to take him to teaching. No, people were appointed. Most of the teachers in Allahabad University, earlier generation, were not asked to give an interview. Their interview was about 2 to 3 years constant to see watch of the supervisors, teachers, head of the department. And on that very processing, they say that is topper. Nowadays, the person who could not even become some reason magistrate, even Tahsildar, Patwari, maybe this universe, he will come to join our teaching profession. The teaching profession is not a matter of choice, it's a matter of compulsion. A person who could not get any job in administration is joining the teaching. But number 8 is important. This national education policy, they say that 50% GR would be obtained targeted in 2030. And the ratio which is decided, 1:30 and 1:10 and 1:20 ratio. So 1:10 ratio in some subjects to be obtained. And during 50% GR, the total number of student population would be around 70 lakh. 70 lakh. No, not 70 lakh, but only about 7 crores. So 1:10 ratio will be 70 lakh teachers population will be needed. And 1:20, 35 lakh teachers will be needed. And the total number of teachers was 12.5 lakh. Where these teachers will come from? One question. And how this number can be the entire NAACS evaluation or NIR evaluation or worldwide ranking depends upon the number of teachers available. They are permanent, they are sanctioned, they are available. That is also one of the issues related to number again. Similarly, number of publications. There was a time when any journal used to publish our papers and they were recognized by all the professional body. Nowadays, this publication is also being restricted also, but it is evaluated on the basis of the level of publication. So there is focus journal or the care journal, the commission has published. In those journals, if your paper is published, that only will be recognized. But the number is also number of publications, how many papers we publish. Then it is being compared that America publishes this number annually or China publishes this number annually, and how much India publishes, and per teacher publication also being calculated. So number dominates all. Similar number of patents. How many patents on country has obtained? They are talking about the National Research Foundation. The research activity should be undertaken in a big manner. So there was a lot of comparison of patents between India, with China, with America, with Europe. Like there cannot be comparison. And patent-based research, I don't think for the personal experience. Patent may be taken on different domains. Our research should be on altogether different place that I take afterwards. Similarly, how many journals and magazines are being published in any country, and how many conferences are being conducted in different places. So, in nutshell, what I would like to speak at the number is dominating, number is dictating, number is deciding factor, quantity is a deciding factor.
सर उसे डिस्कनेक्ट करना पड़ेगा आपको, इससे डिस्कनेक्ट हो जाइए सर।
म्यूट कर दीजिए सर, हो जाएगा।
नहीं, वो प्रॉब्लम क्रिएट करता रहेगा म्यूट में भी। लीव मीटिंग कर दीजिए सर, या डिस्कनेक्ट मतलब
जी नंबर ठीक है,
या सर दूसरे कमरे में उसे रखना पड़ेगा, डिस्टेंस होना चाहिए थोड़ा सा।
I mean to say, I was just mentioning that too much specialization is the recent thing. Everywhere, I was telling you some example of social sciences. There was simple subject called political economy. Now it has come down to economics, and within economics also there is industrial economics, there is agriculture economy, there is public finance, there is econometrics, there is mathematical economics, there is microeconomics, there is macroeconomics, there is international economics. So many specializations within economics has come. So many specializations. And each specialization, now we'll find a Department of Public Finance. Department of Public Finance. Some universities are going for the Faculty of Economic Sciences. So many departments have been created. Now the economics have become a faculty as well. So the Faculty of Social Sciences are reduced to the Faculty of Economic Sciences. Similarly, in case of many other disciplines also. In medical sciences, many departments have been opened. Similarly, we'll find you see that in agriculture, many departments in the name of specialization. Within chemistry also, you'll find that there is a chemistry of inorganic chemistry, physical chemistry, and organic chemistry. Within organic also, you'll find there is a polymeric chemistry, medicinal chemistry, like that. So, what I mean to say that in the name of specialization, things are being reduced from 1, 2, 3, 4, like this, layers. And each is most specialized subject is becoming an independent unit of study on their own. So this is basic change. It's good or bad. It may be good so far as we are going for deeper studies of the subjects. We can go for as deep, as intense as possible. And bad insight is being disconnected from its macro perspective. Very purpose of studying the wholesome is missing. विनोद में कहते हैं डॉक्टर के पास में सज्जन गए बोले डॉक्टर साहब हमारी नाक में जो है खराबी है उन्हें दाहिने नथने में भी बाएं नथने में है बोले मैं जो स्पेशलाइज हूँ राइट नॉस्ट्रल्स का हूँ लेफ्ट का नहीं हूँ अब भाई आप नाक है एक तो पूरा समझिए शरीर में नाक का डॉक्टर अलग आंख का डॉक्टर अलग पहले जमाने में नब्ज देखते थे नब्ज देख के पता चल जाता था कहाँ पर किस शरीर में क्या रोग है तो अगर मान ली कनेक्टिविटी नहीं है उसकी तब उसका अध्ययन ही नहीं पूरी एनाटॉमी का अध्ययन नहीं है पूरी फिजियोलॉजी का अध्ययन नहीं है और उससे जुड़ी साइकोलॉजी का अध्ययन नहीं है तो वो इतना स्पेशलाइजेशन किस काम का लेकिन अब जो है बहुत ही तेजी से स्पेशलाइजेशन का युग चल रहा है और पूरा समय जनरल किनारे हो गया है और स्पेशलाइजेशन किस में स्पेशलाइजेशन में भी सब स्पेशलाइजेशन सुपर स्पेशलाइजेशन किस में अब जब राष्ट्रीय शिक्षा नीति की बात आई तो लोग पूछने लगे हमसे कि भाई इसमें स्पेशलाइजेशन क्या हमने स्पेशलाइजेशन तो होगा नहीं शुरू से स्पेशलाइजेशन जो है वो तो हमारी जो हमारा मेंटल एप्टीट्यूड होता है उससे जुड़ा हुआ है तो हम इंटरमीडिएट जनरल एजुकेशन में चले जाएंगे और जहां हमने अंडर ग्रेजुएशन में हमने शुरू किया 3 साल का है 1 ईयर का डिप्लोमा मिल जाएगा छोड़ के चले गए 2 साल में एडवांस डिप्लोमा 3 साल डिग्री मिल जाएगी तो इसलिए कहीं न कहीं हम जो सेमी स्पेशलाइज्ड फील्ड में हम चलेंगे क्योंकि मेजर माइनर का तो चुनाव करना ही पड़ेगा और जहां पोस्ट ग्रेजुएशन में आया वहां स्पेशलाइजेशन का एरिया आ जाएगा और सुपर स्पेशलाइजेशन पीएचडी लेवल पर चलता जाएगा तो अगर पीएचडी लेवल में सुपर स्पेशलाइजेशन तब तो कोई प्रॉब्लम है ही नहीं आप शुरू में ही कहीं ऐसी छोटी सी ब्रांच में लेकर के जाना चाहते हैं तो दैट विल नॉट प्रॉपर बट द रिसेंट चेंजेस इन ग्लोबल एज अ नेशनल ओवर द इंस्टीट्यूशंस आर आल्सो बिकमिंग इन द नेम ऑफ स्पेशलाइजेशन एज वेल स्पेशलाइज्ड इंस्टीट्यूशंस universities and colleges also being opened in the name of specialization and entire departments faculty recruitment students their entire training research everything is being highly specialized as this is third change which I am specialized. Now, there is a departure from science and technology on one side and other than science and technology. There are two sides of the structure we can just say. The total structural transformation has undergone and the science and technology taking a proper seat, major seat, controlling the entire higher education. So here, there is a verses I would like to mention. Nowadays, this national education policy is talking about liberal arts. India also talk about liberal arts or performing arts and fine arts subjects. Like music, dance and everything, tabla, harmonium, like that. So they will say about liberal arts, painting and everything. So there is a clash between this arts and humanities. Humanities means literature, philosophy and everything. So the arts is taking a back seat and somewhere humanities is coming in front. There was a time when both were one, arts and humanities were going together. And faculty is also saying faculty of arts, means faculty will arts will include humanities, social sciences, everything. But nowadays there is a departure. Arts is different and humanities are different. Then comes humanities and arts taking together versus social sciences. Within social sciences, we are having the departments of economics, political science, sociology, psychology also to some extent, somewhere geography is also comes. So these social sciences are becoming, as in case of arts and humanities are becoming more important. And there is a comparison or competition between arts and humanities and social sciences are becoming more important. And if there is choice between social sciences and sciences, then sciences become more important. Initially, when we used to go seek admission, whatever subject is given to us, whether Hindi, Sanskrit or anything. But then also, I am talking about 1970 and 68, 70. There was little choice was in favor of science subjects, chemistry, physics, mathematics, or biology, like that. The time has begun to reveal their choices for the science subjects. First was science, and then it was social science and arts and humanities. But nowadays it's a perfectly, totally expressed view in favor of the science subjects. The choice is becoming in favor of the sciences, maybe physics, chemistry, mathematics, or botany, zoology, or any other subject like that. And when it is choice in science and technology, technology dominating. If any student wants to seek admission in biotechnology, it will go for biotech. If a student wants to seek admission in IITs, that is technology. NITs, then technology. Triple IT, then technology. So these are subjects are dominating. So there is a more focus and clear cut, totally focused, targeted approach in the change we are just saying that is in favor of science and technology, and the subjects of social sciences, maybe you say economics, political science, or sociology, or say Hindi or philosophy, they are taking a back seat. And within science technology may be computer-based technology or some other technologies, industrial technology or mechanical or civil or electronics, they are coming in forefront. Because as I told you already, the purpose of education has changed. They say that technology can fetch them good jobs, better jobs, more lucrative jobs than the science subjects. Or science subjects can give them better jobs than social sciences. Social sciences can also be a bit useful in comparison to arts and humanities. And the humanities can also be some useful than arts. So this is completely change of so far as choice of subjects is concerned, and also the relevance of subjects is concerned. Here another change I am just saying, that is basic sciences. Basic sciences, when I say that basic disciplines are not being that much preferred at the applied sciences. Say the basics, maybe you see physics, chemistry, mathematics. People not going to join those, neither botany nor other. But technology, biotechnology, they are preferring to. Within chemistry also, people are not going for this organic chemistry like that. They are going to join polymer chemistry, which is one of the most developing field as such today. They are not going for joining this botany as well. They are going for microbial sciences. They are joining the fields of virology like that because that is quite useful today. There is no harm in making a choice for this. And there is no harm in making institutional arrangement for all these students. But we all know that until basic is perfect, applied the castle of applied, edifice of applied is based upon basic. Foundation is provided by basic. और जिसको केमिस्ट्री ही नहीं पता है तो केमिस्ट्री से जुड़ा कोई भी अप्लाइड चीज को कैसे पता चल पाएगा? समझ में नहीं आएगी बात उसके लिए। जिसको इकोनॉमिक्स नहीं पता है वो क्या कॉमर्स पढ़ेगा, क्या मैनेजमेंट पढ़ेगा? Within social science, I told you that. Economics is the basic. People are not preferring economics. They are going for management. And IIMs, there is a big field of IIMs have been created, not only in India but also outside. Very lucrative jobs also being offered by IIM graduates. And big institutions like the Harvard School of Management or London School of Economics, they are there. But if you are leaving basics, then you cannot sustain applied sciences also in a long run. That is also true. But as an objective scientist, I am just giving you what is what. Somewhere I am thinking what is why and why should be what, but what is what's my main focus. Then there is too much attention on formal education. Very recently, I see we are moving towards the other types of education which I will come forward. Formal education is education is available in society in two ways. In formal manner, and there is informal domain also available in society. In formal education, we require one classroom, some chairs, some tables, platform days, some teachers, some students, some blackboard or some digital mode, and classes going on. This is one classroom. And related infrastructure facilities. Maybe there should be canteen, there should be laboratories, there will be library, there will be laboratories, like that. And there should be some examination system to evaluate whether it's annual or semester system. Then also there should be some declaration of results and mark sheet should be provided and degree should be provided. This is all about formal education. So till date, this formal education system is dominated. That's why there is an issue of GPR, there is an issue of recruitment teacher, there is issue of 6% of GDP being invested in higher education. And when I'm taking the example of India, it's a world over scenario. Whether Europe or America or this developing countries, wherever you go, this type of system dominates. And the informally is the available academic science. There are artists in the societies available. There are artisans available in the societies. There is the poets available in the society, musicians available in the society, creative authors are available in the society, your parents are there, agriculturists are there, entrepreneurs are there. Aren't they the educated person? Aren't they capable of educating our boys and girls? This national education policy gives some room for introducing this informally available educators to our educational system as such. But still date, that is dominating. And there should be some shift from this formal educational system to informal one, which is the Rashtriya Shiksha Niti gives us latitude. And world or global over, which is things are changing, but it was 25 to 80%. I think it's predominant. In the name of some training or say interaction, this informal sector is being involved in education. But most of the things are going like that. Then you see, there is a disconnect. A very fast change which I am seeing in this higher education. That is disconnect with society. These higher education institutions have become just islands of society. They very less connect what is happening in the society, economy, polity, like that. As Yogesh was mentioning just well before I started my lecture, suppose you see elections are being taken place in Bihar today. How many of us take the examples of the Bihar elections in our classroom so far as political science is concerned, psychology is concerned? If there is a case of Sushant in Bombay, how many media teachers, media persons, departments of communication, journalism are taking the cases of Sushant murder of society? Because they think that their job is entirely different and whatever is happening in society is entirely different. The students of diplomacy are taking care of the Sino-Indian relations, cross-border issues of India-China. Or has Tibet been a study of diplomacy in Indian universities? Or what is happening in China so far as studying India is concerned has been taught in the Indian universities? Does JNU take any example of Sino-Indian relations? If they are taking what is biased towards China, they are also teaching them. So, what I mean to the society is suffering. Society is having so many problems. There are problems of religion, there are problems of caste, there are problems of region, there are problems of languages. But they are not being imparted as a major part of education in our universities. And it is a global scenario. And there is a bit arrogance also, especially the students and the teachers of higher education. Unfortunately, we are professors, we are lecturers. वी आर एसोसिएट प्रोफेसर और दूसरे लोग सोसाइटी में कुछ छोटे हैं, तो ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए। तो जो डिस्कनेक्ट जो मैं देख रहा हूँ हमारे हायर एजुकेशन इंस्टीट्यूशंस का सोसाइटी के साथ में, वो नहीं होना चाहिए, लेकिन है। चाहे वो एजुकेशन का, टीचिंग का पार्ट हो, चाहे वो रिसर्च एंड डेवलपमेंट का पार्ट हो, जो भी हो, वो एक सोसाइटी के साथ में डिस्कनेक्ट दिखाई पड़ता है। नंबर 2, each country has got its pool of indigenous knowledge. India has a richer pool of indigenous knowledge, but some countries may not be that much richer. Especially European countries may not be that richer as India is. Americans don't have any indigenous knowledge system. So that connect with the indigenous knowledge is also not available. Whatever is available today is marginal approach. It's dominating the show. And so the disconnect not only with the present society but our ancient society, ancient culture, ancient pool of knowledge is also visible. That's another change. And similarly, the history is also not being fully connected, especially the regional history is also not being connected. The national history is also not being connected with our education. Yesterday I was thinking of this Gandhi. So Gandhi was born in 1869. And other Aurobindo Ghosh, Vivekananda, Gokhale, Tilak were also plus minus 10 years they were born. But why didn't they take 1857 as the struggle for freedom, Rani Lakshmi Bai's freedom, or the revolution of 1857, as one of their main instrument of struggling against British? मैंने पढ़ा है, कवर टू कवर पढ़ा है लोगों को, लेकिन 1857 की क्रांति के बारे में बात नहीं करते, जैसे कि हुई ना हो, क्यों नहीं, उसके पीछे बात है। हमारी हिस्ट्री जो है वो हमारे ही समझे कि पूर्वजों को, जो हमारे स्थापित योद्धा थे, उनको सम्मान नहीं देती। आप पंजाब का उठा करके देख लीजिए, गुरु ग्रंथ साहब के बारे में, गुरु नानक देव के बारे में, गुरु गोविंद सिंह के बारे में, जिन्होंने धर्म संस्कृति की रक्षा की, कितना उसके बारे में हम पढ़ाते हैं। हम अकबर को महान बताते चले जा रहे हैं, जबकि हमको पता है अकबर ने कितना नुकसान किया भारतवर्ष का, अकबर के नाम मार बने हो। राणा प्रताप को भी तो महान नहीं बता पाए, सिकंदर को महान बता रहे हैं, राणा प्रताप को महान नहीं बता पाए। जबलपुर की रानी दुर्गावती थी जिन्होंने मुगल अकबर से लड़ाई ली और प्राणों को उत्सर्ग किया, उनको महान नहीं बता पाए अपने इतिहास के बारे में। ये जो डिस्कनेक्ट है अपने समझिए कल्चर के साथ में, अपने इंडिजिनस नॉलेज के साथ में, अपने ऐसे श्रद्धा के लोग हमारे इतिहास पुरुष हैं उनके साथ में, वो दिखाई पड़ रहा है हमको अपने इसके साथ में, जो कि ठीक है कि नहीं ठीक है इसकी बात तो हम करेंगे नहीं, बट दैट इज देयर। जो पूरा एजुकेशन सिस्टम वर्ल्ड की बात करें तो दैट हैज गॉट इट्स रूट इन यूरोपियन फेडरलिज्म। We all know that about 80 countries in the world were under the direct domination of England. They were British colonies. 80 countries, they may have, other countries were also subdued to, European model. So the European federal system has been dominating our education system throughout, and Europe, which was British, was the epicenter of higher education. The Americans were also following the traditions of British, but afterwards they shifted to unitary universities, highly specialized universities, like that. The federal system, there will be university, there will be affiliated colleges, there are many universities, many departments, many faculties. It's a federal system. India also borrowed that is the colonial education system. Federal system means the center will have its own universities, and states will have their own universities. Up to I think 1976, this higher education was under the state list only, and then it was converted to union. Concurrent decision, central can also make laws and implement its regulations so far as higher education is concerned. The federal system has been dominating, whether it is good or bad. Knowledge center was also England. England was dictating the course curriculum, the pedagogy, the total environment of higher education. Here in India, we have been criticizing Macaulay. So Macaulay was an ambassador within the European system. So Macaulay is not available in India, but also most of the colonies, British colonies, the Macaulayan type of education was being received imparted. And education not for knowledge generation, education for not culture, education not for connect with society, education should be imparted to create clerks. That was the main purpose. So that too to be studied. Americans did some departure, but that is story of not more than 300 years. They are making a departure, but that too is totally specialized, totally myopic, very limited one. And things are, they are also with their own arrogance. But Europeans also have maintained the legacy of education research. There is competition between the two, the European as well as American. The epicenter of higher education is tried to be controlled by Europeans, but slowly being shifted towards America. There is no other third epicenter of higher education in the world, either England, London, or America, Washington, it is. Third time, see, the very first time, the national education policy has said that we want to develop as globally knowledge superpower. This is one of the mandate of national education policy. India was Vishwaguru. India was having a seat of Vishwaguru, and Lord Krishna said that Bande Krishnam Jagat Guru की उपाधि हमारे पास में जगत गुरु शंकराचार्य को अभी भी हम कहते चले आ रहे हैं. लेकिन that thing will have to take lot of initiatives to snatch that epicenter from England to America to India. It's not so easy. Siphoning of the epicenter from England to America to India, it will take a lot of time. Another thing is education was just following the steps of economic development. The countries which were economically developed were educationally developed also. There is a correlation between economic development and education development. America became its economic superpower, so education superpower also. And if India wants to have its educationally highly developed, so economically also it will have to be highly developed. So take that as the seat of global superpower as such. Then the change which we are seeing as such, colonial domination, I have already told you, that ideological faith fundamentalism is also taking a very big seat on this. Ideologies. From general education to ideological and faith-based education. There is the biblical methods of studying, biblical concepts, biblical curriculum, biblical attitude. So many scientists, social scientists, they have developed their knowledge on the basis of Bible or Quran. They have been dominating our education system also. I'm not talking madrasas and others. In higher education, the Islamic studies or the Christian-based studies, or in India, we are having Sikh history, we are having genealogy.
I guess again light has gone.
Yes, I was just. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible, but
Anybody do?
yes, sir,
I'm
you
audible.
are audible, sir.
So,
But we cannot see.
not audible.
Sir, now we can see you. You are audible also, sir. Sir, please continue.
Okay, thank you very much. So what I mean to say that this ideological maybe thoughts often the path of this capitalism. Say capitalist countries, there may be Europe and America like, and some up to the path of communism, socialism, So the education system was attuned to establish capitalism or communism or socialism. The communist country were United Union of Soviet Union Republics, USSR, that was broken into pieces during 80s, but China is still advocating the case of communism. So the ideologies also have started taking an important place as far as higher education. And researchers are also being attuned to establish ideologies over the world. In America or in Europe, you will find this if capitalism based studies are there. And now I'm referring to the Nobel Prizes, which are the most important prizes in higher education, especially economics, I can tell you. If you're working in the area of monetarism, consumerism, expansion of market, expansion of competition, expansion of international trade, or anything related, you are entitled for Nobel Prize. And if you are not working in these areas, you're not. Very recent Nobel Prize given to economics is on the auction theory. The auction theory होती है. But you see, on the basis of game theory and Edwards, you see, difference curve analysis, they have come out with auction theory, how the best options be bid. But while going through, I could find that they have developed a branch in which they say that how the public sectors can be privatized. So the private auction of public sector companies with hands, and what theory should we see adopt for the two economists of America? They have come out with this theory, and for them, this Nobel Prize has been given. Similarly, in Soviet Union or China, you will find that the economists were working for labor class, labor welfare, anti-capital, more oriented to savings, more decentralization, like that. So they will be respected. So what I mean to say that ideologies have also been used so far as education, not only framing of the infrastructure, also setting the mindset. In India, I would like to give you an example of Jawaharlal Nehru University. JNU was established with a very pious forum that India is subject to public sectors, not public sector, but a mixed economy model. And people will come study that mixed economy model and say what is relevant to Indian economy, should be properly studied. And it should be a highest, most sophisticated center for knowledge generation. And it should be totally non-federal, totally residential. The students, the teachers, and all type of facility will be created. But what happened? That was attributed to one ideology. And then we see that भारत के टुकड़े टुकड़े होंगे, हमें आजादी 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 के नारे लगते हैं वहां पर. And similar word also is one ideology. Similarly, faith means religion. Religion is also being used for education. Religion is not dharma. One of my seniors say that the dharma is not religion. There cannot be any translation of religion in any language of India. And dharma cannot be translated in any foreign language of the world. Dharma जो है काफी होने लगी है. तो जो रिसेंट चेंज जो आ रहा है, हम देखते हैं कि कहीं क्राइस्ट यूनिवर्सिटी खुली हुई है. इंग्लैंड में तो बहुत सारी यूनिवर्सिटी हैं इस प्रकार की, लेकिन भारत और बैंगलोर में क्राइस्ट यूनिवर्सिटी खुली हुई है. ऐसी बहुत सारे क्रिश्चियन कॉलेजेस खुली हुई, हमारे सिख धर्म के कॉलेजेस खुले हुए. यद्यपि पढ़ाई वहां पर इस तरह नहीं हो रही है, लेकिन प्रेयर्स होती हैं, गुरुद्वारा को जाना पड़ता है. अब आप कहीं पर कोई भी इस्लामिक बेस्ड समझिए इंस्टीट्यूशन है, आप जाइए AMU में, आपका कोई भी कार्यक्रम शुरू होगी तो कुरान शरीफ की आयतों से होगी। तो ये सब चीज़ें भी डोमिनेट कर रही हैं, उनको जो रिलीजन है, वो डोमिनेट कर रहा है एजुकेशन इंस्टीट्यूशन। जैसा कि एजुकेशन का उद्देश्य जो है, उनके फेथ को, उनके रिलीजन बायसेस को बढ़ाना हो, इकोनॉमी को, सोसाइटी को थोड़ा स्ट्रक्चर थोड़ा अच्छा बनाना ना हो, ऐसा लग रहा है ये भी चीज़ आती है। एक और चीज़ जो अभी देख रहे हैं, लैंग्वेज का बायस बहुत ज़्यादा है रिसेंट चेंजेस में। राष्ट्रीय शिक्षा नीति ने पहली बार कहा कि हम रीजनल लैंग्वेजेस में हम पढ़ाना चाहेंगे। तो रीजनल लैंग्वेजेस की जब बात आएगी, तो उसमें हमारे भारतवर्ष का जो डिफरेंट रीजन्स हैं, कहीं बंगाली है, कहीं गुजराती है, कहीं पर मराठी है, कहीं पर हिंदी मेजर उसमें बोली जाती है, तो हिंदी, ये सारी भाषाएं इसके अंतर्गत आ जाएंगी। तो ऐसी स्थिति में जब अंग्रेजी का बोलबाला था, जब मतलब ब्रिटिश कॉलोनी थी, तो ऐसा लगता था कि इंग्लिश में भी हम बोल नहीं सकते हैं, इंग्लिश में हम पढ़ा नहीं सकते हैं, इंग्लिश में रिसर्च नहीं कर सकते, इंग्लिश में जर्नल्स हम प्रिंट नहीं कर सकते हैं। तो समझ लीजिए कि हम जो है वो छोटे दर्जे के, दूसरे दर्जे के हम समझिए कि इकोनॉमिक्स हैं। जस्ट a minute, please just give me one time. इंग्लिश का जो डोमिनेशन है वो काफी अधिक है और वो अभी तक चलता चला आ रहा है। तो इंग्लिश के डोमिनेशन को यद्यपि जो ब्रिटिश कॉलोनीज उन्होंने तो माना, अमेरिका नहीं माना। बहुत सारे कंट्रीज ऐसे थे जिन्होंने डेवलप किया है विदाउट हैविंग द इंग्लिश एज देयर मेन लैंग्वेजेस। मे बी रशिया में भी, चाइना में भी, जापान में भी, फ्रांस में भी, जर्मनी में भी, जापान लाइक दैट। उन्होंने डेवलप भी किया विदाउट एनी सी बायसेस। तो जो कॉलोनीज थे ब्रिटेन के, उनको तो मानना पड़ा, और जो नहीं थे उन्होंने नहीं माना या किसी तरीके से उसको प्रयास करके उसको बढ़ाने की कोशिश की। अब भारतवर्ष में जो चेंज आ रहा है, वो विशेष हिंदी को लेकर के आ रहा है। हिंदी को हम टीचिंग की भाषा तो हमने बना दी, लेकिन रिसर्च की भाषा अभी भी हिंदी नहीं बन पाई। कई बार ऐसा होता था, हिमाचल प्रदेश यूनिवर्सिटी में जब थीसिस देखता था, स्टूडेंट यूज्ड टू कम with his thesis, which is beautifully drafted in English. They were unable to speak in English, unable to write in English. And I used to ask the supervisors why it is so. This matter is available in English. That's why it's been drafted in English. I used to say in joke, suppose matter is available in French, then will you submit your thesis in French or in Urdu or in some other languages? So the language bias is there, but that bias is being shifted towards in favor of Hindi, especially in India, and also in other countries, also in South Africa and American countries and other developing countries. They are also started publishing journals in their own languages, and China has taken certainly lead in this particular direction. Language, especially Hindi. I was telling you that Hindi has not been hitherto properly introduced in research. But in some subjects, like subjects of science and technology, subjects of agriculture, management, law, medicines, there also this Hindi has not been hitherto introduced. So now I think there is a time that we should go for substituting English by say Hindi in our own language. National education policy gives a lot of opportunity to do this. They are going to have an Indian Institute of Translation and Interpretation also. That institute can also be of use, of some use to some direction. This education research, global, has been used for brain drain. We have been saying that the brain of India and so many other developing countries is being drained towards the European and developed countries. And this education and research has been one of the instruments of the brain drain. They were, you see, invited, fellowships were given to them, scholarships were given to them, and the best knowledge of these students was being attracted. I was a member of this World Council of Association of Commonwealth Universities, which gives you fellowships, Commonwealth fellowships, Chevening scholarships, you see, like that. So, whether it is IPSA, India, Brazil, South Africa, I was a party to that. Whether it is BRICS, or it is Commonwealth scholarships, or a JSPS, Japanese Scholarship Promotion Science, or that West German scholarships, or Robert McNamara fellowships, or many other fellowships. They were being, you see, worldwide, you see, they were, you see, being given to the students. A lot of advertisements. And the best, you see, agencies like University Grants Commission and the Ministry of Culture and Education, they were being used to get the best knowledge. So, in the name of fellowships, a lot of people have, you see, gone to these developed countries, and there were policy facilities. If you have completed 3 to 4 years, you are entitled for the green card. They went for studies. Many of my friends went for studies outside, and they settled over there. So whatever the knowledge they gained over there, that were not utilized for our development of country or education as such. They gave fellowship. They invited them, used their expertise and expertise for the development of their educational institution, infrastructure or economy as well. They did not come back. People say that we did not have that much sufficient infrastructure, some environment so that they could have been attracted. I think patriotism, there is no substitute to patriotism so far as attraction is concerned. If people are patriotic, no matter, they were invited to win fellowships. Afterwards, after attaining education, you could have come back to India for serving. And some persons did come also. There are some cases, but the number is few and attraction is still previous. There is another change which I am seeing in higher education. Another change, I already told you that first of all they created specialized fields. Now the interdisciplinary, multidisciplinary approach is also taking place. Like there is one boy which I came to know there in the Cambridge Trinity College. He was working in philosophy or Sanskrit grammar. Philosophy, Sanskrit, and grammar. And he was a science graduate. So these type of things are now being promoted, but not in the name of specialization, but diluting the very spirit of that particular subject. I am just indicating towards that conspiracy against that deep-rooted spirit of any particular knowledge system. Grammar is the soul of our language. Sanskrit is alive. Sanskrit is sustainable because of its grammar. Had there not been, scientific grammar, Sanskrit could have not been sustained as such. So, how to dilute that importance of grammar? Especially American English. They say there is no need of roots, dhatu ki zarurat nahi. There is no need of grammar. As you speak, so you write. Okay, but you cannot change the spellings. The British English has got certain roots. That's why they are certainly silent. They write psychology, they write speak psychology. And suppose Americans to spell psychology, they can write Psychology. Psychology can be. School they have started writing that. Sometimes. So they are disconnecting this language, this culture, this education also from their roots in the name of language like that. So similarly, one subject you should not go for deeper. It's in the soul of that particular subject. So switch over, take connection with some other subjects. So neither you become specialized in one part, that subject, nor the other subject. You can be, master of all and jack of all and master of none. Type of things are happening. They are useful also. There are certain pros and there are have certain cons also. How do you see if it is being translated for the positive purposes? That's it. Another change which world over we are seeing that use of ICT. As today we are on this virtual mode. We are seeing each other, but we cannot touch. We are listening each other, but we cannot comment. Uh, Similarly, this use of ICT, the artificial intelligence, national education policy fetches a lot of importance of so far as the use of artificial intelligence. But the world over, since the invent of Marconi, this wireless communication, though it was a research of Jesse Bose, but it was published by Marconi, so the credit is given to Marconi. The speed of communication, what the speed of transportation? आदमी पैदल चलेगा तो पैदल से चिट्ठियां जाएगा फिर धीरे धीरे जैसे ये चलते रहे तो जो वायरलेस कम्युनिकेशन सिस्टम हो तब से स्पीड जो है कम्युनिकेशन की जो बढ़ती जाएगी उस वायरलेसनेस का जो ईथरिक बेस्ड कम्युनिकेशन उसके कारण हमने एजुकेशन में काफी कुछ इसका उपयोग करना शुरू किया ऑल इंस्टीट्यूशंस whether related to school education or intermediate education or higher education whether it's teaching knowledge it's preparation of syllabus or pedagogy or it is devoted to examination pattern evaluation of its students or given this credit system like that. I think Professor P.K. Arwani told me that he has given you one full lecture on this price-based credit system. Everywhere you will find this use of ICT. But another thing I would like to mention is that ICT can totally substitute the importance of mind and the teacher. Because mind, the creativity, lives in the body of a teacher. You see, this ICT or artificial intelligence can increase the speed of your understanding, the speed of grasping, comprehending, but it cannot create knowledge, it cannot give you ideas, it cannot substitute mind, the creativity, the originality. That is the sole monopoly of the individual. So substitution is not possible. The fast rate of substitution is taking place. And I tell you that the substitution of machine for or labor or man is the root cause of unemployment world over. It is the root cause of backwardness world over because it is not being properly planned as such. If it is properly planned, then machine and man can go together. In yesterday, I was talking about this Gandhi and some questions were asked on technology. People say that Gandhi was anti-technology. I say no. Gandhi uh, was not in opposition to technologies. Gandhi wanted to use technology, but technology should not substitute man. गांधी जो है वो उसको मनुष्यों को श्रम को जो प्रतिस्थापित करने वाला नहीं होना चाहिए. I am seeing that Professor Lakra is seriously my lecture. I would like to introduce all of you, especially Didi and some other person. W.S. Lakra is a great scientist, great biotechnology. He's an expert of fisheries. He was a vice chancellor of Fisheries University at Bombay. Earlier, he was a director of Fisheries Institute in Lucknow. Very good, very great scientist, W.S. Lakra, who is listening this lecture. And some other friends, Kalpana Shastri from Dubai, is also listening. My friend Mathuresh Jaiswal from Faridabad, they are also listening. Many more maybe say. What I mean to say that digital education is also another change in higher education research, whether good or bad, but it's happening at certain amount of the day. People are just transferring towards that, and this national education policy also gives a lot of importance. There is a loss of expertise. This scenario is as such today. The IITs, the NITs, the engineering college, triple IITs graduate, MBBS graduates. I am directly coming to the point. They are joining civil services. I have got the opportunity to go to sit as on a panel on the interview board on Union Public Service Commission several times. I have many engineering graduates, IIT graduates, MBBS graduates, doctors. They have been created to go for technology upgradation or to serve the society by using doctors, engineers, but they want to join the civil service for this simple graduation is the minimum qualification. is another change which I am seeing uh, in higher education. Rather. And most of the courses are also being attuned. The IITs have got the social sciences components. They have a social sciences component, but social sciences are attuned to use the technology. How the IIT graduate can use this economics, sociology, and anthropology like that. Those subjects very simple. But from that only they take the clue and go for higher studies, psychology, public administration, geography. These are the few celebrated subjects from the UPSC aspirants. Then what I mean to say that some changes which I am seeing, reservation. Reservation was not popular earlier. In India also, in foreign countries, there is no reservation as such. There may be reservation countries wise reservation they may be having. But so caste and religion why they are not having reservation. In India also, when University Grants Commission was giving the fellowships, so fellowship were giving on the university basis. Only 4 fellowships were given in Jabalpur University when I was a student. And 2 fellowship were arts, human and social sciences, and 2 were for the science subjects. Only reservation. And out of 2, I was lucky enough to get University Grants Commission Junior Fellowship for the promoted senior fellowship. But nowadays, SC, ST, OBC, women type of fellowships are being given, not only in admissions, but also in selections, in promotions, in fellowship, etc. Everywhere nowadays, for Divyang students are. It is good that we want to make more inclusive of our education, should be inclusive. So it is good in some respects, but it's not at the cost of merit. Yes, that's another thing which I have taken. But I am, as an objective scientist, I am explaining this. Internationalization is another change. This national education policy is talking about internationalization, and it permits Ivy League universities to open their campuses in India. Good or bad, it should decide the society and the stakeholder, but it is happening. MOUs were being signed between our universities and the world best universities, some institutions. There was exchange of students, faculty members, opening of institutions, signing of MOUs, undertaking of research projects, undertaking of patents in combination, jointly. Indian scientists with outside scientists. In Himachal Pradesh, mostly also, we have some scientists like Shanti, who was gone to Sikkim. Under JSPSC scheme, some Japanese professors used to come, stay in our university, and do research, joint research projects like that. These are some changes globally and nationally I have delineated to share with all of you as an objective scientist. Somewhere I was normative when case of India was coming. The main purpose of education should be properly placed. It should try to promote, create good citizens, cultured, disciplined, value-based citizens, patriotic citizens, with an objective to keep harmonious society, developed economy, harmonious equality, developed global culture. It should contribute to the global development, and globe also contribute to the national development of different nations. Globe should remember that globe and nation should remember its nation. Nation should respect globe and globe should respect the nation. In these words, I close. I think I have consumed more time than the stipulated one. Thank you, Professor D.T. Sharma.